Hey everybody, happy Juneteenth. I'm here at my local dive bar working hard. You can see there's the other side of the booth. You can see where the piece looks a whole lot more finished because I went in like Monday and Tuesday, and I went in, I filled in a whole lot of the blacks. Also, pretty much filled up, finished drawing this spaceship, put in the laser bolts, so it gives it a lot more energy in this corner. And then also I got uh, Amazona drawn, and I spotted some of the blacks around her. So I'll be working on the rabbit for this video. So let's get some ink on the nib and let's get to work. So, but yeah, I when I did Sunday's video, Heroes Con was still going on, and it was, man, I wish we'd had the money and the time to stay longer. It would have been great just to hang out with everybody afterwards. That was my fault because like, I think there was like a dinner slash get together Friday night. I didn't know about it. I didn't really ask anybody, so that's what I got to do better of because uh, it looked like everybody's having a lot of fun. So, but that's my fault. Like I found out at the show that Renee was staying at the same hotel as me, and wasn't until that afterwards I found out that Shae and Cy were staying at the same hotel. So I could have seen Shae and Cy Friday night. And I could have seen Phil Diaz because I think he was staying at the same hotel too. Which again, I would if they were checking in Friday night. If I knew they were going, well, I knew Shae and Cy were, but I didn't know if they were checking in Friday night or not. I should have just asked them. But also, I didn't know Phil was going to be there until he started posting pictures on Saturday, and we were already on the road. And I was like, "Son of a bitch, motherfucker!" So, but yeah, I wish I'd known, so I could have like, "Hey Phil, come down to the lobby so I can say hi to you." But oh well. So gotta do better planning next time. So just like I'm already uh, making remarks to Shae and Cy about doing some type of dinner meetup uh, at Baltimore. That would be a lot of fun. And see who all is going to show up. So, but yeah, there's a lot of people going there. And not just a lot of creators, but a lot of fans, CG fans, and so it looks like HeroCon may be the next big show that people meet up at. Because like, yeah, I know that Garden State is going to have which is actually this weekend. I know that that was going to have the big uh, Graham Nolan's Hawaiian Shirt Cigar Fest. Um, but that just seems like it's getting so big. He had about 60 people there, and quite honestly, we've got other stuff going on, so we're going up just for the day. So we wouldn't be able to. Plus, also just coming down for vacation. We just can't afford it. So, but I mean, maybe next year, the following year after that, we'll be able to go see them. So now the big thing is, though, is if we could somehow get Aaron Lepresti to make the trip out to Garden State, that would be awesome. Him with all the other bros. I mean, all we need is Art and Aaron to cross the country. Come on up to come up to New Jersey. We'll have a ton of fun. If those two decide to come up, trust me, I would definitely be the one where I'm like, honey, we gotta spend the night. We gotta get a hotel. We gotta spend the night. Hell, we gotta go up Friday night when they're just there. So you know what I mean. So, but we I, and I I wish I had known because I mean uh, like I said, I didn't get a chance to see Phil. I would have wanted to spend more time with Marcus and everybody else. So it was just a really good time. And we also got an update from Dan Fraga on his pineapple persuasion uh, after the surgery, and found out from Matt Yackey last night on Unhinged uh, that here there was a lot of fear with Dan going under the knife, having surgery done, and how there was a lot of fear, like what's going to happen. But no, he posted an update and how this weekend at Heroes Con was a big test for him. He had literally just been cleared to travel, to drive. So that was a big deal. I would not be surprised if that's the reason why he had two of his kids with him, Fraga Pal and what's the little girl's name? Lily Bell. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why he had them with them in case he had issues. So, but no, it was really neat, and he's on the really now on the road to recovery. He's at a point where he can truly recover. He can now start being producing great artwork again. So it doesn't sound like he's in like potential pain anymore, which is always very good. And his drawing ability is getting to the point where he's like, yeah, I can do this. That was one of the tests he had, was doing commissions at the show, drawing for extended periods of time. So again, and you got to do those things. I mean, I know I had issues, and one of my issues was just getting back in here after my stroke to uh, get working, and it was hard. It was hard. I mean, I remember when I'd come in here after my stroke, I'd come in here on a Sunday, and I would be here for like 3 hours. Then I have to go home, take a nap, and then come back for another 2 hours. So recovery is slow and hard. I think about what Dan Plagle said last night about him having neuropathy in his hands, and how pretty much with neuropathy, it doesn't come back. You don't get all. And that's the thing is, it was like when you have issues where the doctors, they focus on like breathing and your just overall health, but they don't take into consideration artists and neuropathy and not having the ability to control your hands and not having hand control. Like they want you to have just enough that you can get by and call it a success. Where it's like, no, as an artist, this hand, okay, has to work, has to be back at 100%. And if it's not, it's it's a failure. And I mean, I still feel it. I personally feel that my pencils are inferior to what they were. Uh, I reference a whole lot more now than I used to. I do a lot more work. And let me give me a minute here. Let me finish up this mouth here. But one thing is, I do a lot more drawing on tracing paper and then light box it onto the image. Perfect example is we take a look at Amazona here. If you look at the line work, okay, the line work on her overall, like you take a look here, I just put these little lines in for the fuzzball shoulder blades or shoulder pads. If you look at it, the line work's relatively the same. And the reason why the line work is relatively the same is because uh, I light boxed her onto the page. And then after I have it light boxed on, I try to make the pencil lines as light as possible, but it's still, I mean, it's still very heavy handed. And as a result, because they're heavy-handed, I then need to go in. And you really, I mean, like where the image will really start popping is when I start inking it and with the dots. And that's one reason why I'm really even more of a stippler than ever before, is because my line weight is, when I use a brush, it's wobbly and whatnot, whereas I have more control when I am stippling, and that's one of the reasons why Such a stippler, such a stippler, other than the fact that I love the results from it and the natural textures that come with it. When I first got here today, I was working on this one, and let's use him as the example. Um, what it was, I wanted him more heavy, darkness around the eyes. So when I came in here, uh, I started out. Next thing you know, I was just full blown for working for almost a half hour, 45 minutes before I'm like, oh, you know what? I should really be working on a video. But the reason why is because I really wanted to. Uh, I was looking at what was here already and looking at almost like a underpainting, and I now need to put in the more heavier. And then once you have an underpainting in, that's when you push the darks even further and push to create the lights. And that's the reason why you pull in like here. I had a lot more white and lights, highlights here around this side of the or on this side of the eye, and then I just darkened them more as I was going along to really push this side deeper into shadows. So that way he's more. And then what I'll have to do is I'll have to go up here and like from here to like here, add some more darks to really push that helmet into the darkness. And what I should actually do is here. Let me show you guys right now. Is see I've got the darks here. This area here, I need to. We don't need to have. So we don't need to have that black. We can have the blacks overpower the bottom here, and we can actually go in, put in a nice. See how it's there, but yeah, it's pushed back. It's not as prominent. Okay, same thing here. So let's just put in some dots, nice and easy. See how that just takes that helmet, that that lip or that plane of the helmet, and now it's much more, much more subdued and fades more into the background. So, but okay, back to what I was working on. Back on the rabbit. Back to talking to you guys. So, um, so yeah, we've got Garden State coming up this weekend. I'm actually very anxious. Vaughn Coleman. Here's the big thing. Vaughn Coleman has his campaign. He's already announced that the pencils are 100% done, and so he's got a table at the show. This is a big push for him to try to get the regular fans, non-CG fans, which we all know that you got to have. He's trying to push for a broader audience by having a table at the show. I think he's got some prints available, and then he's going to have other things available to help try to get more people to sign up for the book, or at least get on like a mailing list, so that when the book's in print, maybe to get people to get it who don't want to who don't want to do the backing. So sorry about that, but yeah. So he's. I'm looking forward to seeing him, seeing how he's doing. Didn't really get a chance to talk to him a whole lot at Heroes Con. He was working at uh, Michael Golden's booth, and I saw him. So, and I didn't realize like he's on the clock working for Michael. I didn't want to take up too much of his time. So, but and then also Chris Batista is going to be there. Remember, Chris Batista did the Gotchaman, and the book comes out next month. So they did a free comic book day preview. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him, getting him to sign that book, and I know he's going to be extremely enthusiastic. So if you have a copy of that book, make sure you stop by his table so you can sign it. I mean, he'll be talking. You know, he's going to be talking uh, about the upcoming issues and upcoming series. Uh, just the enthusiasm he's going to have. So, but then of course Bob Sharon, a colorist, he'll be there. I love seeing him, getting him to sign stuff. Uh, Tom Smith. Tom Smith is a stroke survivor. He was a colorist for George Perez for a number of years. He's going to be there. Very curious to see him. I want to see him because just seeing how his progress is, because I know he is a true example of a stroke survivor. What he has had to overcome after his stroke. What I've had to overcome is nothing. I really don't have anything to bitch about when I look at what he has had to overcome. So, but and then of course the big thing also with this is that this piece here. Okay, I think I said somewhere on last Sunday how Ron Friends he signed my other Star Wars piece, the fan piece I did. Uh, I'm going to see if I can get Walt to sign that piece, but also see if I can get Walt to sign this one and Howard Chaykin. Walt created this character here. Howard Chaykin, and he also created these spaceships. Walt created those spaceships, and but Howard Chaykin, he's the one who created all these characters here. This whole row of characters here, along with these two pirate characters, he's the one that created them. So I'm gonna see if I can get Howard to sign this piece too. So I'm looking forward, like I said, and I think that's where one of my big highlights is going to be is seeing them and asking them to sign this piece. And it's one of those where it's like this isn't something I'm gonna flip. This is my piece, and I know this is one of those pieces where I joke now. This is something that Miss Stippling will figure out what the value of it is after I've passed away, because no way in hell can I get rid of this piece and their piece. I enjoyed Star Wars comic books so much growing up. I wouldn't be into comic books period if it hadn't been for GI Joe and Star Wars. So, but so, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them. And then, of course, I've got my fan piece of Graham Nolan's. I want him to look at and show him. And that's just a piece I'm just doing on my own. And I'm not expecting him to like it or even want to buy it or anything. No, this is just for me. And then lastly, also remind you guys that Shaes Art Auction, and I am working on that. And after this piece is done, I will definitely be showing you guys more pieces for Shaes Art Auction on my these streams. Remember, it's on her channel, and it's on July 13th. So, you guys all have a great day. It's a very hot day. I'm glad I'm on the indoors using the free air conditioning. So, but remember, guys, until then, life is stressful. Just take it all one dot at a time.